a complaint because it doesn't know
Yep.
the actors.
It doesn't know the user.
The actor, yeah, the user, the actor's person.
Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering why you switch back to user instead of person.
Because the device gem requires an email address to be in the table, in addition to password and all that it uses to manage accounts.
Okay.
And we had email in the people table, and we had the rest of the account credentials in the pets account table. So they had to be, we had to at least move email into that table. And once we did that, there wasn't any reason to keep a people table by itself.
Okay.
So it just made sense for a number of reasons to go back to one user, users table or user model.
Okay.
And let devise manage the user accounts for us. We have to write the code around it. And then we can also add our own fields to the user table, which of course we will do.
Right.
So it all works out okay.
Yes, it does. I mean, I was just wondering. I'm just wondering, because you know what we can do is the other solution was you can remove the email column from the people, and then without doing anything to people, you just run device with the password. It just I'll show you what I did. I was playing around. I mean, but it's she already created user though. I'm just gonna show you what I have for the device too. So I have 15 example, 1 pending, 0 fails.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me show you my files, the implementation I did.
Why is it looking like there's a failure there?
Which one?
Says,
can you see? Is it big enough to see, or you want me to make it
actually
bigger?
It's green, but it says need to create join table, failure error is expected to having belonged to many agency people.
Okay, so that is for this right here.
Oh, that's pending. Okay, yep.
That's pending. That it tells me, you know, since it's pending, do this to fix it. Okay, just a pending, not error. If it was error, it shows red.
Yeah, it would be red. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So I have, and then plus, you know, remember we were discussing about the status, the value status, the values.
Yeah.
So we need to resolve that, and then I can, you know, work on that too, because I have something. Just I put something. Maybe you might not agree with me, so I just put like active, inactive, employed. So you guys saying there is 4 scenarios, right?
Well, I'm assuming there might be, so we'll have to see what the client says.
Yes, we have to agree on that, and then so that I can just plug it in and then done. Done.
Yeah.
So this is job seeker. Basically, it's from the table. I just throw it in, and then I validate the format of year of birth. You know, I say this format. Just look for this format.
I see. So you look for what would be the first?
Say that again.
What would be the first? So the first 2 digits represent the month, day, and year. Is that what you have here?
Yes, month, day.
So you may want to add a comma and say message. Add a message, a failure message.
Okay, if okay.
You know.
Okay, for the message, okay.
Yeah, or you could do it the way the message.
Okay, what message do you want me to put?
Should be in format.
Should be in.
Or in form.
should be in, and then maybe give example form, or it should be in this form.
I would say should be in form.
Form, okay.
And then space DD, capital DD.
DD, okay.
Slash MM slash YYYY.
Okay. All right.
The typical thing.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay.
You need 4 Ys, right?
4 Ys. Okay, you want okay like this? Oh, numbers. Those are numbers.
You're looking for 4 digits.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
On the join table, why did you? So you're telling it the join table on this side. On the other side, you'll have to tell the join table as well. You could have just gone with Rails convention, and it would figure out the join table name on its own.
What?
You know what I mean?
What join table? This is join table for the agency people and job seeker.
Yeah. So that join table on your other file that you were looking at for job seeker.
Oh, job seeker. Okay. Oh, this right?
Join table.
Oh, the name. Okay. You know what I encountered? All right, because I had a problem. That's a good question. In my join table, I added index. I don't need to, but for the to foster to when we do the querying things to pull stuff, we have to add to foreign keys index, right? So what I did was, when I added the exact name, like agencies, job seeker, and then the Rails complain, oh, this is too long to be added. It's more than 60 characters. It complains.
Oh,
and then,
I see.
Yeah. And then what I did, don't forget about that table. Just name it, short name, this right here.
Okay, well that'll work.
And then just look for that name. Don't look for longer one. Just look for that short name, and then it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. I should have used that, but it gave me some errors. It says too long.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. And then on your what is this? The diagram, the table.
Yeah.
If you look at the job seeker, it has resume ID, and shouldn't be there, I guess. But I showed Joy said just rename it to what is this, resume? Just resume, and then instead of the ID, just the type, make it string. I don't know. Somehow he want to makes the job seeker to have more than one resume. I don't know.
That was a mistake to call it resume ID. You're right, because it's not a belong to, it's a has one, right?
Yeah.
And you made that a var car, or you made it a string? Yep.
Yeah, string. Just make it string.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make the changes right here, and while I'll change the join table to agent. What do you have? Agency _ seekers?
No,
agencies.
The name agency people.
No, the name of the join table.
The name of join table.
Agency seekers. I see.
Yes, agency seekers.
So I'm changing the diagram now. I'm going to update this and update it on GitHub later today. Once we go through this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have to name agency seekers. Maybe you can say alias. Say alias instead of changing it, because you have to use agents has and belong to many agency people. You don't automatically put the name agency seekers. Just probably you put alias agency seekers, so that we know it's not it's alias. It's rename the table.
You're saying in the ERD document, do that?
Yeah, just instead of changing the tables, the joint table name
Uh-huh. Yep.
totally, maybe put a slash or say alias agency seekers. They know it's maybe in our file instead of like totally renaming it, or it has an alias agency seeker. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I'd like the ERD should show the table names exactly as they exist in the database.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I think it'd
Okay.
be cleaner just to go with, but I'm surprised that you said it exceeded 60 characters if you used the full
Yeah. Yeah. That's what
default table name?
yeah, he complains. That's what he complains.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. We'll probably have to have the same, well, we may have the same problem with other joint tables then.
Yeah. Maybe pick a joint table which then the name are longer and then try. You
Yeah.
might encounter with that problem.
Okay. I'll play around with that.
Yeah. And then what else? So for my database, I have this. I have year of birth, belong to job seeker status, has an index, foreign index on that,
Mhm.
and
Yep. Uh-huh.
and then okay,
Is that
for
all we've got for job seekers is just year of birth?
that's it. That's it. Because
I thought we had,
it's act as, remember,
it's what?
job seeker.
What happened to the resume field?
Why you need a resume?
Don't we have don't we have a resume field that's a string in job seekers, or was I looking at the wrong table?
Right. I haven't added that. I just want to,
Oh, I see.
to talk to you guys. And Joe knows, you don't know. So I don't want to add something you guys, the rest of the team doesn't know.
Yeah, well, that's fine. In fact, I already updated the ERD to just, I changed resume ID in the job seekers table to just resume, and I've now got it as a string.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's why we have migrations, right? We may remove it later or do something
Yes.
else. We probably almost certainly will change a lot of this on migrations.
Yes.
But we got to start somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll add that later. Okay. And then I'll show you. So now, do you want to show you the our spec file, or just move to the model, the testing file? I can, if you want, I can show you. This is what I did for testing.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's look at job
See.
seeker spec.
Okay. This is what I have. But for the model, I mean, we don't have much to test.
Yeah, so let's see. Should not be blank, right?
Yes.
No, we don't have much to test yet.
Yes.
Let's see.
So this is the pending part, the one I just put pending.
Did you
go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. I was going to ask, when you go down, do you have tests that you have the right database columns that you expect and all of that?
I didn't do for the ID, the column, because Rail generate, unless maybe you might be right, I can test for the foreign ID, not for the primary ID. Just that's automatic. Whatever matter is the ID, the primary key ID, the ID will be created. So I didn't try to test that. But you're right. I probably I should have tested the foreign ID. I mean, for the.
Well, you've got year of birth that should be in the database schema. Do you test that anywhere?
Yes, this one right here.
Yes. So you.
Oh, you mean the
actual database column exists?
Oh, the column exists.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So okay. All right. Let me put that. No. Sorry. So maybe. Okay. Test. test the year of birth colon, and maybe what is this there? I call the job seeker status. Okay,
Yeah.
job seeker ID. Columns. All right, maybe those two, right? That makes sense.
This is the job seeker spec, so you wouldn't be testing for the job seeker ID, right? Because the job seeker table doesn't have it. It has a job seeker status ID. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Status,
see.
right?
Okay, gotcha.
Status, perfect. There you go.
Yeah, that would do it. That's
Yeah,
we don't have
you.
much to test yet. You're right, but
Yeah,
cool. Okay.
yeah, and then let's see. I don't know if you can skim through and then just ask me whatever question you want to ask.
So you've got Salim is not valid. Why is Salim not valid?
Yeah, I created right here. This is from the factory goals right
Yep.
here.
Uh-huh.
And then I created with the valid field, which is the attribute with invalid attributes. And then I tested using
Oh, I see.
the
Yeah. I see. You got a 3-digit year and you've got a 1-digit day. That's
yes,
with actually 0. Yeah, I
yeah,
see.
yes.
Okay.
So I tested it. I mean, it worked.
Okay. Yep, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I tested the last one. If you look at it, it belongs to job seeker status.
Uh-huh.
I tested that too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you? I have the highlighted part. I just
Yep.
put.
Yep.
You
I'm
can
looking at it
work
right
through it
now.
and then see if it makes sense to you.
Okay, so you've got Ali is a valid job seeker record, right?
Right.
So,
Yes.
and then you are creating a new job seeker status.
Yes. With the value, with the value nil, which is not. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. Yeah.
Not valid, huh?
Empty. It's not valid. So at
But
the
that, okay.
go ahead. So can I explain to you just what it does? I mean, so what here, as you said, is just is a valid job seeker. And then here, the second line is I created a new job seeker status with invalid attribute with the value is not invalid. I mean, it's false.
Yep.
So when I say job seeker status dot save, I just say save. It wouldn't create anything on the database. And then here I said Ali because belongs to thing Ali dot job seeker status, and then I assign it to Ali,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then I said expected to belong to. That's pass. But then if I do this, it should be nil. Ali
Yep.
dot job seeker status dot ID
Yep.
should
Yep.
be nil.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that
Okay.
works. That test pass.
Yes. Yes, it did pass. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. And then I did for same thing for I tested the job seeker status too. I have few tests.
Yep. I see.
Yeah, the same thing. And then you're right. I should test the column for this year. I didn't. So column for description. What else?
I think what's it got? A value and a description?
Yes, and value column. It's those ones.
Okay,
Yes.
that looks good. How about your agency secrets table? What is there any testing that we can do on that? I don't even know if we can do any testing on the
Which
join
one?
table. Your join table. Yeah.
I don't think so. You know, one thing I don't know if if you know, I said ID false here. Do you see?
Yep, I see that. That's right. Yep.
So we don't need the primary, ID in this column. Just say don't create any primary, because automatically if you don't say false, it will create actually 3 columns instead of like 2.
Yeah, in fact, that kind of leads to errors. I don't know if you read the association guide.
Yes.
On those guides, it says if you forget to say ID false, it'll create that primary ID, and you may get weird behavior.
Exactly. Exactly. You're right. You're right.
Yep. So
Yeah.
that's good. That's exactly. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, that's what I have.
Perfect.
And then, can I show you the device, thing I was playing around with? I mean,
Yeah,
probably.
please. I've never
Okay.
used Devise, so I
Okay.
have no idea how it works. I just done a little reading about it, so
Okay.
we got a lot to
All right.
learn.
You're right. Yeah. Let me show you what I have for device. Here you go. So this is what I have for device. See, model. I have person right here.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was playing around. What I did was, first I created the just regular. I said rail generate model and then person. I give you the just a normal rails model generation, right?
And it
So
was just an empty class because you had nothing else in there, huh?
yes, before
Yep.
I don't have this part.
Yep.
And then I said I went ahead and I added the gem device.
Yep.
And then I did the rail generate device, install that part. There's instruction. After that, I did this. I did rail generate device without colon, just space, and then person. You know what it did? This is what it did for me. It's like amazing how the device is very smart enough to find out I have a person model class. It's added a column, and instead of like creating separate migration, it says, "Oh, I'm gonna add whatever I have in device to people column." So I have. Do you see where the cursor is?
Yeah, I see that.
It says add device to people. That's it, and then it added.
So our user table will have default fields 4 or 5, and then Devise will just add to it. It won't overwrite. Yeah, seems to be pretty smart.
I know. That's what I was telling you. Do you really need, since you maybe you might need the user, username maybe. That's the reason you change. But you see, device smart enough to just add the to the column of the people.
Yeah, no, I see that. That's great. Now, how did you configure it to use specific modules and not others? You use an authenticatable, recoverable, etc. Is there a configuration file that you set to tell Devise which modules to use?
You see here.
So did you type that in, or did Devise?
No. That's by default. It comes by default.
So okay. Is that the full set of modules available in Devise?
Not all of them. By default, it has database, authenticatable, registerable, recoverable, and then this one. You can add remove. So if you add remove, and then you have to come back to to the table, and then you have to add and remove here too, because for trackable you have this field. Maybe comment out that field, since you removing the modules, trackable modules. You have to take out that.
So that's how you do it, huh? So
Yes.
you make the migration and the actual model that's devise the model that's actually the account being managed by device. You make them in sync that way. You make sure they're in sync.
Exactly. So when I run the migration, this is what he gave me for schema.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, this is what he gave me for schema, and then actually I did the seed. I mean, seed, right?
Yep.
So this is what I created. See?
You got some invalid phone numbers in there, though, huh?
For the just testing, man.
Oh yeah, just for testing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So instead of you see password on the database, it has this for the password. It says encrypted password. But then when we using, instead of like encrypted, you just say password.
Ah, really?
Yeah, and then that password device will encrypt for us, like, and then you save it in database as encrypted, the encrypted version.
Are you saying, say, in a form we would only have a field called password to be entered, not encrypted password?
Nope. Just password. Let me show you.
Could you go back real quickly to the add to your add device to people migration?
Right
here. Yeah. Let me just see this. So you didn't alter this at all, right?
No.
So the documentation that I saw, and I don't understand why, the last two fields, current sign-in IP, last sign-in IP, the migration file example in the documentation I was looked at had that not as a string type, but an INET type, INET.
What field? What field? The encrypted?
No, the last two fields that you have here that end with IP.
Oh, okay. This one right here?
Yeah, so those are actually storing Internet Protocol addresses for tracking.
Yes.
And the documentation actually says that the field that it will be used will have a type not of string, but of INET, I-N-E-T. Presumably INET means Internet, Protocol address. So, but the generator that you used produces this as string, not INET, huh?
Exactly, yeah.
I wonder if that's because INET is supported by maybe some databases, but not others. Well, anyway, string works. I was just curious about that.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw that in the documentation. I never heard of an INET field type. So.
No, I haven't. Maybe. Okay, that's good thing you mentioned it. I'll look at it.
Yeah, see what you can learn about.
But this table, you see, I didn't alter, I didn't add, I didn't change anything.
Yeah, that's great.
So let me see. I have the seed for it. So as I told you, instead of an encrypted password, we just say password. Yeah, and then you see, so even and then
let me just back up. How did you know that you should refer to it just as password, not encrypted password?
Well, remember, have you used a bcrypt before?
I have not. No.
Okay, if you use the bcrypt, and in the database, it won't allow you to put a password. It tells you to use what is it? Password digest.
Oh yes. Okay.
So in the database column, there's password digest. But then when you use a regular application, you say in your view or whatever in your controller or model, you have to use password instead of the password digest. Basically, what it means, I think, from my understanding, so the password, whatever you put for the password, somehow it will, encrypt it. You will add some salt hashing stuff, and then will save it as a password digest, not as a password.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. Okay, good to know. Good you have experience in that then.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing I just want to show you, and then it created this. Are you familiar with the initializer file? I mean,
Yeah,
folder. Okay.
a little bit, yeah. So what did it do there? Under
Okay.
it's
Let me
under config, right?
see. Yes, config,
Yeah, I think so.
initializer, and then it has device RB file.
Mm-hmm.
And here you can configure anything you want. You can configure the mailer sender, where you can add. Here is just instruct you to add whatever email you want to for the sender.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then let me show you something cool here. Actually, here,
Mm-hmm.
see the password length.
Yeah.
It has from 8 to 72 character. But then when I was just playing around it, I put, instead of up to 8
Mm-hmm.
minimum, I put just 5. And then when I was running it, the CD said, "Oh, you complain. Oh, password cannot be short or this size." I was like, where is it? I don't see anywhere where it set the validation for password. But then when I look at the device RB, here's the set. So instead of putting like 8, we can say maybe maybe 12. Change it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Basically here is where you can write your if you want to customize it, you look at the device RB in initializer. Everything here for the customizing, it has a lot of bunch of files.
Mm-hmm.
Just you can go through it, and then it tells you how to customize the device, the fields, properties, anything you want to customize it in here. Device RB.
So we get a lot for this gem, huh?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I thought
Yes.
you didn't want to use it initially, right?
Yeah, but then as I told you, if you want to just use only one module, which is the authentication,
Uh-huh.
probably, because I think
It's
when
probably
you
just as easy to do it yourself.
yeah,
If you're just using one.
because when you install the device, it comes with a lot of dependencies, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Probably that might result to slow down a little bit our application. Maybe if there's a lot of dependencies in the gem, maybe probably it might slow down for us. So instead of that, why not just create our little authentication, so that it might be like faster than this. But we need more. You said we need this. Let me go back again. We need recoverable, we need rememberable, maybe trackable, and then registerable also. We need a lot. That's why it's preferable to use the device, I think, now.
Oh, absolutely. We get all that. Yeah, you're right. Way beyond just authentication. And that other stuff, eventually we would need all or some of it from the client, will eventually ask for it. So
yes,
the device is really taken over. Everybody who does authentication just uses device, it seems.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it is true. They say device is built on top of Rail, on top of Rail engine.
Okay.
Yeah, and then before instead of using, I said, okay, how about if I put, instead of password, let me put people. When I said Rail generate device people, you know what he did? And instead of generating a people class, he said, oh no, you meant person, and then he created person for me. It's just
pretty smart.
Very smart. and then the database column's name is gonna be like people, right? So he created people for that.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff. Yeah.
Very powerful. Very powerful. You're right.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that was devised, not the Rails generator itself.
No.
I see.
So I said, maybe this it has to do with the rail. Maybe it's just I heard before that it's built on top of the rail engine, so probably might be true.
But you had generated the model person outside of devise, right? Before you generated devise?
Yes, for this, yes.
Rails
Yes.
generate person, and that's what you did, and then you did the devise stuff. Okay.
Right, yeah.
But devise will also create the actual person class if it's not created yet.
Exactly. First it looks in the like the model, inside the model, if there's any existing class model, and then if it doesn't find it, it creates for you.
I bet that complaining about using people instead of person, I bet that's basic Rails, because it probably just passed on that model creation to Rails to handle. Since people or person didn't exist yet, and then Rails said, you don't mean people, you mean person. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good experimentation.
Yes.
So, Salim, are you ready to submit a pull request, or did you want to add those validations on database columns first?
Yes, I just want to add the validate the what is this? I show you do a couple things to fix, right? And then plus I just want to use, because what's the girl's name, the lady name, her name Vijaya.
Vijaya, yep. Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting for her. I just once she when she pull request, I'm gonna get her, the one with her model, and then merge it together, and then I want to run a test on it. When you parse, maybe I'll pull request. But to tell you the truth, I'm kind of a little bit shaky with the GitHub. I'm still learning. I'm still going through the GitHub documentation a lot. Hopefully, I'll catch up with you guys.
Well, not me. You're gonna. I'm not very good at Git either, but it's. I find it not very intuitive. So, but anyway, yeah. So you don't have to wait for Vijaya. You could submit. I mean, I would add those 2 or 3 database column authentic validations. Okay. You can go ahead and submit your PR with a pending test in there. In fact, I was going to submit a PR until we revised the people or the pets account into user. I was going to submit one with a pending test because the other side hadn't been created either. The other side of the association. So okay. I just marked it with an X in front of it like you did.
Okay.
And then we'll run it every day, and when the other side's created, we'll just remind the next time you're creating a feature, you go ahead and fix that, unmark that pending test. So you don't have to wait.
Okay.
We'll see it as yellow forever until we unmark it, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, Vijaya may finish her thing up today and submit it. She may take her another 2 days, but we don't have to wait.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's great. So what branch in Git are you working on for your real feature?
Okay. Let's see. You mean my branch?
Yeah, your branch that you're working on the feature in.
Okay, so let me show you what I have. I'm a bunch of branch here. Branch. So I created job seeker with the join table, and then I have job seeker model, and then I have 3 branch here, plus the development. So actually, I'm a Git status. Right now, I have I did modified stuff. I didn't add it yet, so I have to add and commit on it. So I'm on development. No. Actually, on job seeker join table. I haven't merged to development yet.
So since you're creation of the job seeker model and the job seeker status table plus the job seeker joint table, that's all one development effort, right? That's all with, they all come together. So shouldn't you just have one development branch, or one feature branch, if you will, for all of those efforts?
Oh, and for my record, I just separate them. I mean, I just want to have, I don't know if it might create a problem when I try to merge it, but I haven't merged it to development yet. No. Actually, the job seeker model, I already merged with development. And then after I merged with the development, I branched out. Again, I went to development. I checked out a new branch from it as a job seeker joint table to create the joint table.
I see.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But
the job seeker model has been merged into development.
Exactly.
And after you did that, then you created the job seeker joint table branch.
Off of it, yeah.
So job seeker model is now incorporated into the job seeker joint table branch.
Right.
I gotcha. Okay, so yeah, definitely I would stay with job seeker joint table and just use that as your single feature branch going forward for everything you're doing for job seeker status, and the join table. And then you would submit a pull request against that with the code in that one branch, of course.
Okay.
And you should be okay. I'm going to take a shot at writing up the workflow with respect to how Git commands we use as we develop features. And I'm going to ask Hua and probably Raul to review that for me to make sure I got that right. And then I can post, we can use that. I'll create a document in the Pet Hub's Agile Ventures site.
Yes.
And just make it really straightforward and exactly refer to our repos by name so we know what they are.
Okay.
And I think that would be useful for me, I know, but for you and Vijaya as well. But I'll make sure that it's consistent with. Raul, by the way, is really good at Git.
GitHub?
Git and GitHub, yeah.
Okay.
But Git in particular, Raul knows a lot of those arcane commands.
Yeah.
And I think Hua is, or you call him Joe. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce his name, but he's very good at it too.
Okay.
But I think, to me, the main learning curve I had was not Ruby or Rails or anything else. It was Git.
Okay.
Git is not intuitive.
No, not at all. I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm still struggling. But the good thing is once I get something, that's it. It just like, I keep going. But sometimes I have a hard time to catch up. And then once I am on it, that's it.
Oh,
hopefully,
good.
Yeah. Good. Hopefully, I'll catch up with you. Bet you are way far ahead of me when it comes to Git. To tell you the truth,
you'll catch up fast, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh,
like I said, don't be surprised, because I think a lot of people run into Git and they say, "Oh my God, what the?"
I know. That's true. That's true.
There was a blog that I discovered some time ago, and the headline of the blog entry, the blog posting, was "Why I Hate Git." It was just an experienced software developer who wrote a blog posting on what he hated about Git, all the things that we know about, plus other things. But anyway, it was kind of funny to read it.
Oh, okay.
Not that we want to focus on hating Git. We need to learn it and use it, and it's a powerful tool. But it's just, it's good to get validation sometimes that you're not the only one,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep. After all, this is placed, for learning, right?
Well, that's why we're doing it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Plus to help somebody out.
Exactly. That's true.
Yeah, so I would suggest just add a couple more validations, and I think you're good to go with a. Actually, you know what? I'd suggest also let's hold off until after the client call. I think the key question for you right now, as you pointed out, do we need a job seeker status table, or if those values are never going to change, then you just add to your model a constant for the job seeker status values. It'll probably be like a hash or something, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Where value is key and the description is the value in the hash table. Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be so much easier, because then we don't have to build a join table and build screens to edit it and manage it, you know?
That's true.
So that would be a nice win if we don't have to do that.
Yeah. Okay. You know, my computer battery runs
I
fast.
know.
It's
I saw that.
running out at 3%. I'm at the 3%.
Okay. Well,
So,
I got to run too, Salim. So yeah, I see that. I see you're
Okay.
you're in bad position there. Well, hey, thanks a lot for showing that to me. That looks great progress, and thanks for exposing me a little bit more to devise. That's good experimentation.
No problem. No problem.
That's
All right.
great.
Okay. I'll see you at the Scrum.
Absolutely.
All right.
Talk to you then, Salim. Yep.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Bye now.
All right. Bye.